are really gonna? You think people are really gonna watch this?
They ain't got nothing else to do.
Right?
Word.
I ain't going on social media talking shit about TDS Radio. I know that much.
My man, Coach Block.
What's up, cuz? How we living?
You're rocking with TDS Radio.
Get it, Kim. All right. She got a vision, and she wants us to execute this vision.
Ooh, man. That's what TDS is about today.
Ken and Kim are the two dopest siblings that I know.
All right, man. You ready?
Am I ready? Are they ready?
Nigga.
What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio, and I'm here with...
Your girl so fab. Hey, y'all.
I feel like I need to have something to say. That's like a thing. Hey, y'all. And I'm just like, what's up?
Well, that's your thing.
Spike Lee did that.
Oh.
What's up? It's your man, Spike Lee. I got to come up with something.
Everything is super close.
It's all right.
Hey, y'all.
So it's been a while. How's everybody been? How you doing? Feel good, feel great. I'm glad everybody is joining in.
Feeling good and feeling great?
Feeling good. And that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say.
Gotta get back into it.
Gotta get back into it. And before we get into it, in case anybody from my job is wondering why is he here and wasn't at work, the little one was sick. So please don't think this. We gonna write his ass up. Cause what? The little one is sick. She had a little cough, and so I had to
just don't bring that shit here.
Handle it. No, you know how it is. New kids, new germs. You know, so it is what it is.
Hey, fam,
How's everybody? That was a long time. 2 weeks was a long time.
It was. It's been busy.
And so we have a guest today. We have a recording artist. So this week we're gonna be punching y'all in the mouth with some guests. One, we have recording artist coming in, and then we have Auntie V.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
yes,
Auntie V got some drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually, sometime this month, our chef is coming back, and then sometime this month. Don't you start your shit.
It's not me.
People.
Not me.
Oh, his schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, because people want to know what happened. The people want to know. I'm the people. Because I didn't ask you for what happened because I figured I'd wait so everybody else could find out at the same time. We all watched it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Spotlight's on me. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Get over it.
Autism.
Introvertism. Yeah. Oh, because I'm the people too. Yeah, we all want to know what happened.
Yeah.
And so on this search we got some giveaways on this search to get more followers and more visitors. We do. We talked about the giveaway. Remember I said I'm gonna find a way to give away a PS5.
Oh yeah. Well, now they're coming out with PS5 Pro or something like that.
Yeah, we ain't got that, but we got the PS5.
That shit is $700, right?
Nah, I mean when they package it up, yeah, with other games, but it's about $5.
Whew.
Bottom line is we giving one away, but you're gonna have to follow it. You're gonna have to do some work. We ain't just giving nothing away. You're gonna have to do some following and some posting.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
And maybe
help
even
us out.
Yeah, maybe give some tickets away to the brunch, something like that. I don't know. It's been a while, so I feel like we need to do some things to get y'all back because you know how attention spans are now. I don't know what I just said. You know how patipitans you know how patipitans are. What the hell? I'm rusty. It's okay. We're gonna get it back.
We are gonna get it back. And
for everybody who had birthdays, sorry.
Well, shout out to my god babies. They are officially 6 years old. So little Ben and little Rain, their birthday was yesterday. So
all right.
Happy birthday to my babies.
Yeah. Happy birthday to everybody who needs happy birthday to because we missed a lot.
We did. I mean, we were gone for 2 weeks.
Right. Well, let's do it. Let's go into birthdays because if our guest is on time, we don't want to have them waiting. And we got some things to talk about. All right. So I'm going to go back to the 7th. We're going to pick it up like we never left. So everybody who had happy birthdays before, happy birthday. And we're going to go with the 7th. He was a guest of our show, Millie Vaughn, a member of the Genius Party. Happy birthday. Nicole Sampson, the head coach of Southeast Raleigh High School girls basketball. She was on my podcast before. Shout outs to her. Happy birthday. Talissa Beecham, somebody who I used to coach, a player I used to coach back in the day. Jordan Jeffries, Darlena Upshaw, Letitia Williams, Nikki Rhodes, Diana Lowe's, Michelle Branch. What's today?
The
10th. These are the birthdays for today. Keisha Bennett, my man Damian Shavers. We go back to Central Catholic. Dr. Larissa, she's one of the crew from Duquesne. And Debbie, another friend / associate from high school.
Dope.
Debbie was so y'all remember when I talked about the crew in high school that had split, and I told y'all that story because I was not a nice person. She was on the Jennifer side.
Ah, gotcha.
So happy birthday,
she
Debbie.
Wasn't the one that said bus maker, right?
No, that was Shauna. We won't.
Are y'all still friends?
No, not on social media.
Oh.
We hadn't been, but see, that would be weird.
Okay.
Like if I see her, what's happening? But to be like friends, nah, we ain't friends.
Okay.
And I mean, there's no beef, so there's no Kendrick Drake, but
I remember what you said.
I think if she seen me and I seen her, I'd be like, after all these years, because we go back though, Holy Rosary, all the way to the 5th grade. But with that being said, let's go to birthdays because I don't know what I'm doing. Happy birthday.
Y'all ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Well, you look good. You look fine. We hope you have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And as the saying goes, continue to live your life in a way that makes every day worth celebrating from us.
What?
I don't know. We're gonna get it right.
Us. Ta-da.
Yeah. It's okay. From the sibs. Okay. How come your lighting looks right and I got a whole shadow on the whole left side of my face?
I think it looks decent.
You would. Because yours is right and mine is crazy. I gotta look at mine like this to get.
Whoa.
What? What
That's
happened?
super bright.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell? Anyway.
Niggas quiet storm over there.
We starting?
It's been 2 weeks, my nigga. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
We starting? Okay. Where we? Okay. What are we doing? I'm like, what we
Okay.
Okay. Because I didn't know where to go. I know we're going. We're going to boom. That's effed up. So that's effed up this time, and we're gonna talk about my man Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had a pretty bad situation prior to the football game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up getting arrested, and when he got arrested, it was some real George Floyd type stuff going on. Knee was in the back.
Mm-hmm.
He had no weapons. Allegedly, he was speeding. And, you know, the cop knocked on the window. He told the cop, hey, man, you ain't got to knock on my window that hard. He is driving a Lamborghini. And, you know, cops being cops want to flex. But clearly once the video was watched, well, this is what power will do when you got money, because it's all about the money. When you don't have money, you stay in jail. When you do have money and you're in Miami and you play for the Miami Dolphins, he still was able to make the game.
What? Are you serious?
He still played in the game. Matter of fact, when he scored a touchdown, he acted like he was getting arrested. It was pretty funny. But what's not funny is the video. So let you guys see.
Well, that one is the shorter one.
Which one?
The one next to it.
This video.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from an actual passerby.
Let's see the video.
No way.
Chill out.
Dylan, that's
Get him
Charlie.
video.
I did. Dylan.
Yo, FaceTime. FaceTime me. You understand? How are you one for what we do? You're a little fucking confused.
Notice the knee in the back. Again, no weapons, no threat.
What the fuck?
It's Tyreek
Dylan, go.
Hill.
Dylan, no. I'm trying to get on video.
They put him in handcuffs.
Four
fuck.
cops?
Yeah.
No, he's on his way to the game. Oh, I bet you this Rolls Royce is another.
Yeah, and that, like you heard the person saying, he was on the way to the game, which is pretty crazy. But he was out to play the game and had a good game at that. And after it was over, he spoke to the media saying that he had hoped that this situation, once again, we could shine some light on it, and he's willing to work with the police to rectify what had happened, because allegedly he must have knew, like, I got y'all. This is a wrap.
Yeah.
Because he was out of jail so quick it wasn't even funny. And then one of the arresting officers is on administrative leave as we speak. So
excessive force.
yeah, you went too far. It was a speeding ticket at best, and somehow it got escalated. When you watch the longer version, you can see Tyreek was pissed because it's like, man, what? Like,
Right.
and okay, if you're going, here's the thing. If you're going to give me a ticket, give me a ticket.
And let me keep it
All
moving.
the extra is not necessary, but when they realized who they pulled over, it's time to make a show. So that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Now, can we
He's
chill?
a young kid, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, in his 20s.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like football young. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, can we take a chill pill?
Yeah.
Like, these videos are getting really, really old, really, really old,
Mhm.
and law enforcement at this time, you would think you would chill because every camera was on you, and it was a high-profile person, luckily, and now you're on administrative leave with a lawyer talking about, no, that ain't what happened. The video,
Yeah, the video shows exactly what
the
happened.
cop had the body cam. Can y'all chill out?
Right.
Can somebody take accountability?
Just a bit.
Just admit.
Especially if you're going to stand behind these actions. Then, yeah, you did it. Period.
Yeah. So today, that's fucked up.
You're in private jet.
I don't know why. So next we have entertainment news with So Fat Kim. As soon as I find it. So who we got up first?
I got a 10. Yeah. Y'all see that? Yeah.
So who we got up first?
Let's start with Kendrick Lamar. Well, seems like there has been some crazy buzz around him being announced, being the Super Bowl halftime act, and people are upset. And when I say people, mainly Nicki Minaj, Birdman, Hurricane Chris, where it's like, we haven't heard from you and I don't know how long.
Man, you
Yeah.
only famous now because the dudes that be dancing to your song,
Yeah.
the Hey Baby, that's it. Other than that,
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was that guy.
I thought
Who
Hurricane Chris was
cares
on the
about
drink.
Hurricane Chris?
Yes, Lil Wayne's manager, Master P, like everyone feels as though
Everybody old. Because who cares about Master P and Percy chips? Like what?
All of these people who collectively rock with Wayne feel as though he should have had the rights, or should have been given the Super Bowl halftime spot and not Kendrick Lamar, because it will be taking place in New Orleans.
Disagree.
And Nicki Minaj, she's taking shots at Jay-Z, because a lot of people feel as though Jay-Z is behind this. So they're looking at him like, why would you do that? You're a hater. You don't like Drake to begin with. Nicki Minaj.
Ain't nobody say Jay-Z's name though.
No, sure didn't.
Like y'all talk all that around them.
Sure didn't.
But ain't not one person say, even Cameron was like, man, we know who's behind this, man. But y'all got to stop hating. Not one of y'all said Jay-Z's name.
Mm-mm.
Nobody has flat out, not one person who is a celebrity, the other people have.
Yeah,
not one celebrity has said, man, this is Jay-Z, because you know better. You know better. Like, oh man, he always doing this. Like he's like the bully that you be like, man, you always eat Debo. Man, you always coming around here with that Debo. Y'all scared to say his name? Say Jay-Z.
That's Candyman.
Say it.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj went on a whole entire Twitter rant about it, and essentially saying like, oh, this is his right. He's the GOAT. All this. According to some people, they feel as though he is the GOAT.
Don't think so.
So let us know your thoughts.
Who?
You.
Mine?
Yes, and of course,
it's business. It's business. It's not about who we like and who we want to like. New Orleans has hosted the Super Bowl over at least 10 times.
What?
And they have never used any New Orleans artist as a halftime show. Mm-hmm. So what are we talking about? It's not personal. And so when I found out the real deal is Jay-Z's on the board, there's a board of people. Mm-hmm. You put up names and then the city picks. The city picked Kendrick Lamar, not specifically Jay-Z.
There we go.
So you can't get mad. And once again, is it about who's going to get people in seats? Because y'all ain't buying no tickets to go see them in the actual arena at the game. Mm-hmm. Nobody's buying the ticket. You just want to see it on TV. Have a concert. Y'all can barely get together to have a reunion, and y'all give a damn about. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Trying not to do this on the first day back, but it's at the end of the day. I'm tired of us looking stupid like Juvenile. Oh, how you gonna come in our city and not put him on there? Simple.
I've done it 10 times.
I mean, it's not Jay-Z by itself. And then, but what I will say is Juvenile was the only one to be intelligent enough to say it's not Jay-Z, it's the NFL. Mm-hmm. It's Roger Goodell. But you also saying that looking crazy. Gold teeth, gold fronts, looking nuts. Here's what I will say. Everybody, oh, y'all want to talk about the Dre thing. Everybody up there looked right. Nobody looked crazy. Snoop don't look crazy. Dre don't look crazy. Anderson .Paak didn't look crazy. Eminem didn't look crazy.
Kendrick
didn't look crazy. 50 didn't look crazy. Mary didn't look crazy. Now let's go look at all these NO guys. Juvie looks crazy. Birdman looks crazy. Nicki always looks crazy because she says crazy things because she's coked out. And Weezy, have y'all seen what he looks like lately?
And that's the other thing I wonder. Do you have the stamina and the professionalism to handle a halftime show?
I'm sure if you gave
showmanship.
I'm sure if you gave him the opportunity, Weezy would do a great job. Mm-hmm. But also, you got 15 minutes. The songs that you're popular for, can you really do a halftime show with kids?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying you got to think about the entire audience. Weezy has hits, but can you do?
But can that same argument be made for Kendrick?
I mean, Kendrick, yeah. I mean, I wonder that. Like, what is he gonna do? But
because really, even Not Like Us, I'm like, that's not really family friendly content.
Yeah, but he better be played.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be played at this point.
Better be played. Because if not, I'm going to be upset. Because for once, we got somebody who I actually want to see. I mean, I wanted to see Usher.
Mm-hmm.
But Rihanna, now, if you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at Jay-Z for that. Because I promise you, he had something to do with her getting on the stage. Who picks the pregnant chick to go on there and walk up and
I
down?
don't think anyone expected her to be pregnant.
Who picks her? Like, nah. That was trash. That whole performance was trash.
And like some people say, we don't know who he's going to bring on stage. We don't know what type of collaborations will happen. We don't even know if there is going to be some sort of...
He's not going to bring Lil Wayne on stage.
You don't think so?
No. Because Lil Wayne has already started talking stuff with that Drake stuff.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. You got to remember, there is that still going on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Kendrick is... I thought I was petty. He wakes up not liking Drake. And he reminds us of this daily. God damn. Like, he sends helpful reminders. Hey, what? I don't like Drake. Just letting y'all know. His Super Bowl commercial, I was like, oh, man.
Why? Why did you say that?
It started off, there's no round twos for champions.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I said, this guy just don't let up. But ever since he put his foot on the back of Kendrick's neck, on Drake's neck, we ain't heard from him.
No. I mean, it was alleged that he tried to drop some sort of sneak diss, but until you saying it with your whole face like you did, your other records, and nobody's paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Because what happened to the summer? He was like, oh, I'm going to drop some heat this summer. Well, summer's pretty much over next week. So what are we doing?
Well, and I agree. Kendrick is hot right now. I believe the same thing. If he didn't have the Drake, if Not Like Us didn't hit,
he wouldn't have been
picked.
Considered, yeah.
Because that's the other thing. What has Weezy put out lately that you want to hear from him? Nothing.
All the songs I'm thinking of are early
Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear
like
that.
the songs he did with T-Pain and Millie and things like that.
And then what T-Pain ain't got nothing but stripper songs. So we're gonna put them up there for the Super Bowl. I mean, what? Because when somebody said that, I was like, yeah, T-Pain. I'm in love with a stripper.
Bartender.
Buy you a drink.
That's my shit.
Like that's what we're gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what Kendrick does do because I don't necessarily think Kendrick has Super Bowl halftime music either.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, because he'll go into that whole spoken word and
like
super.
This week I feel like, yeah. We'd be like, what?
And then he already performed all right at the other halftime show when they had all the people from California. So now
he only got 12 minutes, so make it work. Just go out there and do Not Like Us 5 times like you did at your concert, and that'll take up the time.
With your glasses and hoodie.
And just let us know that you hate Drake that much more.
And you can't have Crips and Bloods dancing on the stage together.
It'll be something. He gonna represent LA somehow. He gonna represent LA and NO, and they're gonna be hot. But y'all don't care. Like the people that I think should be performing in New Orleans is like the people who are legendary for the New Orleans sound, like the bands and stuff like that, because that's the entertainment that you see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Wayne and all those guys. Are you still the sound of NO? No, because don't nobody care no more. You're old. And it's not being funny. We have to realize, all the old people, they have to realize, like, you're old. The one thing about LA and their music, they ride for their people and their music. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't get it together to even have your own reunion tour. But you want to be like, you need to have Lil Wayne. Hey. Why don't y'all get y'all shit together first? Maybe we would have asked y'all if y'all could all be together. You see what I'm saying? Like, but we can't ask y'all and y'all ain't got y'all. Y'all can't even go on tour because, we about to have a Hot Boys reunion tour. Lil Wayne was like, ain't nobody call me.
Yikes, that's embarrassing.
So now what do we talk?
That is embarrassing.
Who's next? I'm so tired of nappy
All right.
dreadlock
So,
Lil Wayne talk.
Moving on to our good sis B. Two things
Queen.
going on with her. Number
like the queen.
one, that's my girl. I'm not gonna say I'm a part of the Beehive, but that's my girl. So needless to say, the Country Music Awards is still being petty, very, very much petty, and they don't like what she did. So they felt the need to snub her when it came to the nominations for their, award show. Everyone thought that Cowboy Carter would be on there at least somewhere because Texas Hold'em was a hit. It was everywhere. It was played on every single station, AC as well as country after that whole debacle. But it was everywhere. People made a huge funk about Yaya and Jolene and all of that. But she has been completely snubbed and shut out of the CMA, and we all know. B was very strategic about why she created Cowboy Carter specifically for this moment because she felt as though, it was obvious she wasn't wanted when she performed at the CMAs. So they did one better and said, well, we're not going to nominate you for anything. Now, they did nominate the young black guy, Shabuzi. I believe that's how you say his name. He's the one that did the...
Shabuzi?
Yeah, he did. He's actually featured on Cowboy Carter and did the country rendition of Tipsy. But he's been nominated, and he did make sure to go ahead and shout out Beyonce and say, thank you for shining the light and opening the door of black country acts because most of us weren't getting noticed or seen. So I just find it very, very interesting that she didn't get not one single nomination. I have no choice but to believe that was just them being petty.
Now you feel what your husband does to everybody else.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't have no tears or care for Beyonce stepping into that lane and not getting nothing. Now y'all have done it to people time and time again.
I told you about my Silk Sonic.
So,
how I felt about that.
Beyonce getting snubbed. Hey man, what they say, you can't win them all. Like, you have your message, you have your lane, you're doing what you're doing. But to think that you're gonna go over there and drop one country album and all of a sudden they're gonna embrace you and hug you, and I don't think you got snubbed. You know what it is. Nah, take that back over there. You ain't getting no awards. Now we graciously said we'll listen and embrace because we don't want to have to deal with the racism. But when it comes down to these awards, you think they're giving you a country music award? You must have lost your Cowboy Carter mind. The hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to even think like she got snubbed. First of all, how many true black country artists before her has gotten snubbed? Just because you're Beyonce, you might have had a couple hits, but there are some people who have done country music a long time. I don't even think Darius Rucker has ever got a country music award. That's Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. Yeah. I don't think he has. And he's been doing country for a long time. Ever since he dropped the Blowfish and stopped calling himself Hootie, they turned their back on him.
No, they like Darius. He's good. He's in there.
But I don't think he won no country music awards.
Let's see.
Because if he has, that would surprise my left liver.
Shut up.
I don't think Hootie got the love like that. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh yeah, he won.
How many?
He got one. Let me see. I think 4.
He has 4.
Mm-hmm.
How long has he been doing country music?
For a while, early millennium.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you everything you need to know. Hootie only got 4. And look how long Hootie's been in the game, aka Darius Rucker. Some people may not know who Hootie is.
But yeah, so that's not necessarily our field.
And I think the Queen just, you can't win everything. You didn't win. Keep it pushing. Do we know what the deal is? We do. But let's not die on this cross. We got a whole election we got to worry about.
That part.
let's not go on the hill on this one and be like, what? Now this is crazy. Nope.
But what is crazy is y'all trying to drag this woman because she's trying to show her product line and the benefits from it. Like,
do we have a video of that?
We do. Everyone made a huge funk, stink, and to do about Beyonce showing her routine, hair washing routine with her product. Like, oh, she's using a filter. Oh, it's not her hair. Oh, this, that. Y'all just say you don't like Beyonce. It's just so much easier that way.
Yeah. So let's show that.
twist it into 4 buns, and sit under the dryer. You don't have to use the hair dryer for this product, but today I'm going to use the dryer because I'm going to use the time to get my nails done. Rinse it thoroughly, and let's get into the blow drying. I don't have enough time to do a full style today, so I just put in a tiny bit of moisture seal, and I just used the brush. I didn't try to get my edges straight. I didn't use any styling gels, flat irons, any hairsprays, or heat. And now it's the finishing touches. She ain't perfect, but she's squeaky clean. Is she sacred? Is she sacred? I think she's sacred.
Yeah, that one little video got so much flack. So
from people who look like the Muppet from the Muppet Babies that played the one that plays the bass guitar. If I could pull up a picture quick enough, I swear I would. I promise you. Now here we go. Like, and my thing is, you know, Beyonce, you know, there are winners and there are losers, right? Beyonce in life is a winner from the outside. We don't know what the inside looks like.
Janice.
Janice, the Muppet. Okay, we're gonna put that in the reel because that's what you guys look like clowning her. And it's like, this woman, oh well, why she got to use a filter? Who cares? Oh, that really ain't her hair. What? Like, even if it wasn't her hair, so what? So what? And how do you know it's not her hair? What is she supposed to do? Like, she's already shown y'all. She's like, I'm not bald. Like, I have hair. She has shown that.
But people really think that
she's bald.
Yeah.
Well, why do people think that?
Same reason why people think I'm bald.
Here's what we know. Yeah, that's funny because they do. But here's what's funny. Like, the things that we should talk about Beyonce about, we don't. Like, why don't you ever do interviews where we can ask you questions like, do you really sleep in the same bed as Jay-Z?
Shut up. That's why she don't do it. She's tired of our shit.
Like, does that really happen?
What happened in that elevator? Mm-hmm.
Is y'all relationship for real? Like, cause what? I'm a Jay fan. Don't get me wrong. Musically, I'm a Jay fan. But for real, I mean, y'all sticking tight. Don't get me wrong. But what is the arrangement? What about the money? What is the arrangement here? Because what? How? What? Don't anybody else want to know that? Like, for real, y'all. For real. You don't think that, like, you know, when people be saying this, like, this is a super pause, but when people say, like, yeah, Jay-Z's handsome, I'd be like, it gotta be the money, because money can do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because what? If he walked up to you without the money, would you talk to him?
No.
That's a question, and we're going to make it a real. And I'm not saying it to be funny. If Jay-Z did not have his money and he was just regular Sean, and he walked up to you with the hairstyle that he currently has and the baby beard, mustache, not even a beard, and the baby stash, would you talk to him? Would Jay-Z get any play if he was a teacher?
Yes, Mr. Carter.
if he was Mr. Carter, the gym teacher, would he get any play?
Now, why I gotta be the gym teacher? I can't have social studies, English,
math, anyone. If Jay-Z was a normal Joe, would you talk to him?
I never found Jay-Z to be attractive, unfortunately. But like you said, it's swag. Like, excuse me.
But is it that?
The way he carries himself and stuff like that. I think that's what gets women. The way he dresses and carries himself, I guess.
Dresses?
I guess.
All these are reels. I can't wait to be like, bink, bink. Because, and I'm not saying it to jump on your case, because when you say swagger, I think Idris.
If I can be completely honest, I don't even find him that attractive.
I'm not saying
I think he's
attractive.
handsome.
I just swagger. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like swagger, it would be like an Idris guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
You don't get that from Jay? No? Even with the suits when he did the whole Rock Boy thing? No? Okay. All right.
no. I didn't
Well, what
get
is he
that.
giving?
I got money.
Oh, okay.
He gives real what's the dude? The Amazon guy.
Oh, Bezos.
Bezos.
Mhm.
I wear what I want to wear because I got money and people are gonna like it anyway. Because his hair alone makes me be like.
But even when he had to cut?
So when he had to cut, that's when he was wearing clothes like everybody else. So it was kind of like that's when he had his own line and Rockaware and all that stuff. So we were wearing that clothes, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I'm talking about now, grown, you look like a head of broccoli. And women are like, yeah, word. But then we're not supposed to believe it's about the money. It ain't about the money. Then how is it? It's always about the money.
It's definitely about the money.
Yeah.
But even with the money, I'm still like,
well, you know, like he said, there's no such thing as an ugly billionaire. Like
we can make it work. Oh, trust and believe. We can make it work. But it's still like, whew,
that's my point.
I gotta look at you every night.
Right. Like, could you imagine? And this is, oh man, hopefully this don't go viral and I get dragged by Jay or something like that. But could you imagine Jay-Z sick? Because you know when you get sick, everything gets crusty, eyes, lips, skin dry out.
You can't breathe.
You can't breathe, so everything. Could you imagine that?
Because that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to deal with. Then you might snore. Like,
Right. Could you imagine it? You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine Jay-Z sick and having that? Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I'm just saying, like, Jay looks like a bum with money. He does. He just like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, yeah, I'm saying it.
No, I was about to say,
It's just, you look, you know, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the questions that we want to know.
But he got her when he was still the whole Sean, you know, Rock, you know.
But even then, it was still like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did this, was it the country New York thing? That's what I think it was. The country New York thing. Because, you know, she's from Houston and he's from New York. And it's like, oh, New York. And they got a lot of money. The whole crew did. So it was like, But it's like, now it's. Like I said, could you imagine them sick? People look wild sick.
They do.
Or that first thing in the morning, Jay.
When your lips is like.
Because your lips is already swollen. How much more can they like?
Oh, okay.
All right. Who's next?
Let's talk about. Let's keep it rolling. Let's talk about Tyrese.
Oh, this guy here, Tyrese.
I didn't know he was locked up.
So you know what? I feel bad for laughing at this brother, man. It's not funny why he was locked up.
I don't. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired of Tyrese.
It's not funny. Yeah, I had to do him like that. Because that's how you look when you locked up. That's a locked up face. Why you do shake your head? What's the story? You got the story.
So Tyrese allegedly was arrested.
Oh, are you laughing at him like that?
So sorry. Because I swear, I didn't know that this man was locked up. So when I read it, the fact that he was released because he came out with, arrangements for his child support. But, he was locked up for that. And, for the same guy that was sitting there crying over social media and getting mad and, wearing fake beards and stuff like that. This whole time.
I don't need no goddamn tissue.
This whole time, you wasn't paying your child support the way you should have been.
Oh man, do. We about to go into Block's court. Do. Because that's not fair. See how they talk about you. Do. We're gonna go into Block's court. Do. This ain't right. This ain't right.
It's hard for me to cheer for you. You really do.
Y'all are wrong. Because this is
no, he's wrong.
I'm trying to tell you now, you're wrong because people. All right. Now I gotta tell. I know he's wrong. I mean, y'all wrong.
Let him cry. Cause she's a lady.
See how you act? See,
I am trying to cheer for Tyrese, but he makes it extremely hard. Extremely.
Need your forgiveness.
And that is my shit.
And your mercy too.
That's my shit. But Tyrese,
oh, I'm ashamed of me. So let me explain this situation.
All right.
To help this. That is so wrong.
If I try to hear that shit, shut up.
See how y'all act.
Let me. Damn me, but Martin when he was. Hey. Stop.
Hey man. All right, let me get this off. We're going to Block's court. Block's court. So you can get detained.
You can get caught up.
Things can happen. If the courts don't receive the right paperwork. As the saying goes by Coach Block, ask me how I know. I too have been detained due to misappropriation of paperwork.
What?
A younger me didn't submit paperwork the way it was supposed to be submitted. And there was a knock at the door. And I was asked to be escorted down the way. It was a crazy night. Shit happened fast.
I was looking out that window. Like...
So now all right. So here's what happened. All right. So when you change your jobs, you got to give the information, right? And if you don't give the information right away and you miss consecutive payments, then the mom has the ability to say, well, I want you to check all his money. And then you got to submit tax returns, pay stubs. You got to submit all that into the court.
Yes.
Well, if you don't, they will put a warrant out to detain you. I hate saying the word arrest. And then they gonna make you, because then now you got to go down and talk to a judge.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
You know, so when that happened to me one night, I was like, I paid, because then if you are late or delayed in paying, it looks like you haven't paid.
Mhm.
The worst thing about getting hit up for child support for my situation, my child was upstairs. You're like, nah, ain't this about a bitch? I got to go down here with them. Now,
Mhm.
I luckily talked fast because I knew where I was going. Get to talking, because the cops didn't get me. It was a constable, right? So I'm like, he can let me out. So I better start talking fast. I said, man, look, don't put me in handcuffs, because, you know, I'm a pillar of the community. This ain't going to look right if I come outside and they see Coach Block in handcuffs.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. So I get in. I say, hey, man, look, now, I got to. The fact that you laugh at my disappointments is crazy, but I'm gonna tell. Hey, now hold up. Let's talk about this. I can't go down here. I can't go down here this way overnight. Get to talking. So I said, yeah, you know, I'm in the back and I got cuffs on. I'm in the back because, oh man, he had to put them on me. So I'm like, you know, I start talking. I said, hey man, you know, he tells me, you coach? Yeah, I coach. And he says, well, maybe we can work something out. Word? Well, work what out? I need some coaches. You need coaches. I said, what do you need coaches for? Well, I run the youth association here at Woodland Hills. I heard about you. You're Coach Block.
Nigga, take these damn handcuffs off of me.
The worst is when somebody said, I heard about you, as you're cuffed in the back seat. Now you out here looking like Ike Turner. And it's like, you know, how am I going to explain this?
I bet you're wondering.
Yeah, I bet you're wondering. That's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here. So as he's talking to me, we're not talking about anything about child support or why he got me in these cuffs. We're talking about youth football. I swear to God, this is a true story. Watch this. So then I'm in these cuffs, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, I coach. He said, well, here's the thing. I'll let you go home if I can get you to coach for my youth association. I said, well, yeah, right. Yeah, let's do it. Right on. I says, how does this work? He said, I'll let you out and then I'll take you home. And then once I take you home, then, you know, just hit me up on Monday and then we'll get this handled on Monday. This is a true story. So I said, are you joking? No, I'm dead serious. I'm like, all right, word. So he pulled over, took me out the car, took the handcuffs out. He said, man, get in the front seat. So I got in the front seat. He said, look, we got to go to the 7-Eleven. We went to the 7-Eleven, remember, around the corner from where I live. He said, man, let's get something. Let's just get something real quick so that the police will go past so I can take you back home. I said, all right, cool. So literally, there's no joke. We get slushies and we sitting there talking about football. I was just in handcuffs because of child support. Then
What?
we're going to tell the whole story. Then after that, you know, okay, boom, you go home. I go home and I agreed that I would coach his youth association. So Monday comes around. I call him, yo, how this going to go? Because I don't want you to come back over here. Yeah, I'll be through. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm going to come get you. Cool. So he came and got me. All right. I forgot my wallet. Strike one. All right. So we drive down there. All right. We go down there. He said, okay, it's about to get real. So I'm just going to explain what's going to happen. Okay. I'm put the handcuffs on you, but I'll put them on in the front and then I got to walk you in. I got to treat you like I caught you. I'm like, all right, cool. So we put the handcuffs on, the door shuts behind you. Bow. Oh shit, it's about to get real. He said, all you're going to do is see a judge, tell the judge you made a mistake. We'll get the paperwork together. You in, you out. I'm thinking, okay. Man, they put me in a holding cell downstairs by myself. And I'm looking at the cell across the way from me with the real criminals. And I'm trying not to make eye contact. And they looking at me like this. And one of them asked, why he over here? And I'm like, oh no,
mind your business.
Jail stories are real. because I don't belong down here, sir. I am a pillar of the community. So I'm like, oh man, he left me here. Like, but hopefully things will be cool. Things were not cool. So here's what they do. Guys like Tyrese and me, who, you know, you pay your child support, but you ain't, something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They link you up in chains. I actually had shackles on my ankles.
Get the hell out of here.
Now,
This is a lot.
now, I still got the scar on the back of it. Now, anybody who knows me knows I got thick ass ankles. So they had to take and add an extender in between it, because if I would have had to use the two, it would have to cut into me even more than what it already was, right? Then they latch you like this, right? Like real
For child
slaves.
support.
There was a brother in a suit. I felt bad for him. He was like, these niggas got me at my job. So we all going upstairs. That's
I would
the
have
sound.
ran. Fuck that
We
shit.
like that movie from that Lawrence Fishburne was in. That's the sound of the men working on the chain. Gang. Like, I'm like, this is some crazy shit. Just because of some child support that I'm paying, my kid is at home.
Right.
So yeah, we all sitting there all shackled and locked up, you know, whatever, you know, but nobody's getting fingerprinted because you're not under arrest, you're detained.
Mm-hmm.
We got to figure out what's going on, but you better talk quick.
But you got to put fucking chains on me to figure out what's going on?
Hey, man, get black. So get in front of the judge. Judge, hey, I said, you know, I was brought down here and my paperwork is right. I don't know. Hey, y'all take it out of my, here's what makes it even worse. Y'all take it out of my check automatically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have nothing to show you because you take it out of my check.
Right.
He goes and looks and says, oh, she requested this. She requested it. So as the mom, you can request to get somebody detained.
Ooh, bitch. Oh, bitch.
So if you remember and recall, Tyrese was going through it with his baby's mother. So now I'm down here because you request. The judge is looking at the paperwork like, I didn't put your name. Let me see. Where's his papers? And everybody's scrambling. And oh, yeah, she did this. She did what? Now I'm this way. What? Now I look like the dude that was across from me. Like, why he over there? So I'm glad you're laughing.
Wait, was this one or two?
This is one. This is all new experience. This is 20-year-old block. I'm about to tell you how crazy this is so we can wrap it up. So then he goes, well, I'm sorry you had to go through that. You know, we're gonna call your employer and make sure that everything is going through your job because you don't control that. My HR is the one that has to make that. I don't do it. So if HR don't make the adjustment, I'm the one that's in trouble. No matter even if I call HR, they're like, figure it out. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So dude told me what to do. And he said, man, you're out of here. You know, here go your paperwork. Don't worry about it. You know, they send
After
everybody.
this whole experience, don't worry about it.
So now remember, I forgot my wallet.
Oh,
I am downtown Pittsburgh and I live a long ways away with no money. You were in college, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, living life, and I'm out here walking from downtown Pittsburgh to Turtle Creek. I walked the entire way.
It's a long
with cuts in my, I'm out here on my Harriet Tubman with cuts in my ankles from shackles to where the back
the
of,
hell would you even walk?
From the back, straight Pitt Avenue. From the back of my heels bleeding, the back of my socks was bloody. And I'm just, I'm that angry and furious because I was detained under false pretense.
And they couldn't offer you a phone to call nobody?
Get out. You're done. And I get out. And so at this time, the reason why Chuck is saying y'all are on one today, he's, why ain't you call me? I ain't calling shit. You know I was detained, nigga. And I had to walk.
Fuck that shit. I feel like I need a phone.
I walked That's how angry I was. So for brother Tyrese, I'm sorry. Nah, yeah, they didn't. Yeah, it was bad.
You sound like a BET movie.
I bet y'all. Hey, man, when I tell people I really want to sit down and tell this story, not just for me as a joke, but there's a lot of men who go through this in silence. There are people, you or my sister, you never knew that took place.
Didn't know you fucking walk. Like, nigga, what? You are better than me. You are built differently because the way I'm calling everybody.
Let's see the miles on that. Downtown Pittsburgh to Turtle Creek.
I agree, Chuck. He didn't have to walk. You chose to walk because somebody would have came and got you.
I had to walk. First of all, okay, everybody talking about make a phone call. On what?
Them niggas couldn't have gave you a phone to call somebody?
Get out.
No. I need to call somebody. You brought me down here and I need to go back home.
You're not under arrest. We let you go. Bye. I didn't even go out the front door. I looked like the nigga from American Gangster at the end when Denzel came from the sliding door on the side. That was me. All you just the big door. I'm like, all right. And then the nigga with the suit. I guess I'm gonna take my ass back to work.
Well, I guess, nigga, can I get a ride?
He worked downtown.
Oh shit. Well, nigga, where you at? You got a phone there? Somebody got a phone. I would have went to Macy's. Can I use your phone real quick?
That was crazy work. Like I walked straight down Penn Avenue. I'm gonna get the miles on that while we talk about. Do we have another story?
Well, speaking of child support,
all these smiles and laughters. It's crazy work in the comment sections. Jesus.
Speaking of child support, Jonathan Majors is another one where unfortunately it's been alleged. It's been alleged that Megan Good is now making some of his payments because money's a little tight.
Because you don't want to end up like me. Did you just hear the story?
What?
Even the thought of it sound like I got taste.
You're gonna make me pee on my damn self.
You just get locked. You get tense.
You know what?
Don't want to do that shit.
I went back. Come on back.
Couldn't even get the words out. Oh man. While I'm doing something else, you talking crazy.
Nigga was shell shock. Wait a minute.
Woo.
Jonathan Major.
That guy.
All right. So things are a little tight for him now, you know. So it's been alleged. Not sure if it's proven or not, because how would we know this information? But I'm pretty sure somebody leaked it because people are people. But it's been alleged that Megan Good is now footing the bill for his child support because we all know Jonathan Majors has a little one. So people are in an uproar about that. However, the good news, because we're going to go ahead and put this on a lighter note.
Are we?
Jonathan Majors is making a comeback to the Marvel Universe. So if you may or may not know, he was Kang. And once this whole thing happened with this alleged assault with his partner and all of that, Marvel just completely kicked him to the curb. They're like, yep, nope, we're not going to do this. This was even before any of, the charges were pressed and all of that. They just went ahead and got rid of him. Well, people were upset about that, especially since now Robert Downey Jr. is making a return back to the Marvel Universe, which is crazy. And we all know his past. They're like, well, what about Jonathan Majors? Like, it wasn't so much of what happened. It was his intent that got him in trouble. So why does he not get to work in Hollywood anymore? So I guess all the hooting and hollering that everybody did has worked. And some, things have been considered. So it has been confirmed by IMDb.com. And IMDb, is pretty reputable that he will be back in the Marvel Universe and he will now be returning as Kang. So that's some good news.
It is. That was 4 hours and 38 minutes of a walk.
You a 4-hour lie.
That was 16.8 miles that I walked.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Angry with bloody socks.
Ain't no way. I've been mad, but I ain't that fucking mad.
Didn't even stop for something to drink. That's crazy. When I tell you I walked that whole walk and got home and didn't even have nothing to drink. I remember mom's all she said was, well, damn. It was because she gonna hit me up with what happened. I walked.
Now you mad at everybody.
Yep. I walked. God damn it. And she was, well, damn. That's all she said. Did they do anything? No. But the flip side of that, because we're done with people. Oh, and then we got this.
What?
Nothing. All right.
Nothing?
I thought I had the debate people, but
okay.
Yeah, we'll put him back. So then what ended up happening was that's how I ended up coaching Tay and those guys.
Oh.
So what happened, I got with Art. Chuck was supposed to come, but he didn't.
Oop.
I got with Art and we went to go see the guy, Siopa. Siopa was the constable. So when I told Art, come on, I had already knew I had a coaching spot because of the situation that I ain't tell nobody but Chuck that what has happened. Art didn't know. So that's how I met BB, Mike Breston, the brother of Steve Breston. I walked on the field and went to see the guy who locked me up. And I said, hey, I'm here. And he was like, oh my God. Like he got a squeaky voice. Oh my God, Ken, all right, let me get you with BB. BB, who's BB? He's like, he's in the school, man. Go tell him you talk to me and you want to coach. So me and Art walked straight over to him. Yo, you BB? Yeah, I'm BB. All right, yeah, well, we here to coach. And then it was written. And then that started my pathway with working with those kids.
Well, maybe that's just how your story had to go for you to.
Man, what? Anyway,
I don't know.
Yeah,
try to look at the silver lining.
I had to get detained to go coach these kids.
I don't know. Trying to find the silver lining here because that was some fucked up shit.
It was, but you know,
what type of shoes was you wearing when you walked?
All right. Oh man. I remember exactly what I wore. That's why I just looked up in the sky because I was just clowning this nigga, man. I had on. I'm not even happy to say this.
No, please don't tell me you had on Nike flip-flops.
Nah, worse. I had on S. Carter's.
Yes, full circle moment.
Oh man. Same nigga I was just clowning. You was wearing my shoes walking from the joint.
For 16 motherfucking miles.
S. Carter's.
Interesting.
S. Carter's make my cipher complete.
They got you through, my
nigga. They was red and beige, and I had on some beige shorts and a red Rockefeller polo. That's how they got me. I walked 16 and a half miles in S. Carter's.
You are better than me. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
That was a terrible situation.
Literally full
It's literally full circle. It's terrible. It is terrible.
Oh, all right.
All right. Yeah.
So
our guest is he said there has been an accident. So
we here until 9. So
I
said we're here until 9. So.
9?
I'm sorry, 8.
I was to say, whoa. No.
Shall we get into our messy letter?
Sure, why not? Because anything worse than me walking 16 miles because I was detained due to child support that somebody else asked me to be arrested for. That's why these men go nuts. Because when somebody be like, oh, you know what? Y'all trifling for celebrating child support, not being on child support anymore, literally it is one of the most intrusive situations because at any given time, a person can just inject themselves into your financial situation no matter what. Is extremely intrusive. So to have a situation where you're like, yo, I am free from the government digging in my pocket. Yo, I'm sorry. If we can celebrate divorce parties, you can celebrate child support, not having no more child support. I don't think that that's crazy because you're always a parent. If you're used to paying that money, you're going to always be able to say, if you need it, if I got it, you got it. Some guys don't pay any money, so they don't care. But there are some guys out here that get drugged through the mud. And it's like, to be able to see a paycheck without child support, I just pray I live to see the day.
Stop having kids, nigga.
I'm trying. I'm done. Like, I mean, I've been paying child support since I'm 22 years old. That's 20 years of just seeing CS deduction. You be like, and then they do it before you get taxed. So then they take their money out
from the gross pay.
And then so they take your stuff from the gross, and then Uncle Sam tax you after they take it out.
Then medical.
And, right, because I need that because I got diabetes. So then now that's a thing. Because before I got sick, fuck healthcare. There was years I didn't have healthcare just because of child support, because so much child support was taken out. It was like, shh. Then when Obamacare hit, I was like, bet. Then they was like, you don't qualify. I'm like, So then now I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, now I can afford to. Even if I didn't, it's like, well, that or die.
Yeah, right? But insurance is important, even though it's a scam. It's a huge scam.
But yeah, it was necessary evil. So I told my business for the day. How about you guys?
I'm still on the fact that this nigga was walking in S. Carter's.
S. Carter's. Hey, yo, if I could find them, I swear I'll put them up. I'll put it in a reel because the story is
with the stripes.
Now we about to clown me. That was in style at the time with the R, on the head. It had the red and beige stripes matching with the red S. Carter's with the khaki shorts. That was my swag. It's not much different now. Khaki shorts.
It sure ain't.
Polo shirt.
Like I said, consistency.
Hey, man. Can't go wrong. I'm the dude. I ain't fresh. That guy.
Jay.
What?
She said that your checks had to be like $20 because what?
Hey, yo.
20.
15, cuz. What you think?
$20.
Y'all ain't know that's how cats was getting done in? Cats get done in from the top bottom, like not from the bottom to the top. So it come out first. I tell people all the time, when you hear a brother that's paying good child support, not the little chumps that pay a couple dollars, but a brother that's paying decent child support, that comes off your gross. So then that money is gone. You never see it. And to be completely honest, men, do it that way, because then you really can't complain about it because you don't see it. You can't complain about money that you don't see, right? Yet now you know why everything's about the money. Exactly. It has to be calculated.
Why is that even an emoji?
The money. Everything's about the money.
To find that?
So you that's off the top. So then now you see that bomb. Then you see what you were supposed to make, and then you see Uncle Sam, and you like, bitch. Then everything else. Then that's when people try to talk to you about, retirement. Fuck retirement. Retirement my ass. I ain't got no more money to save because it's all gone. I used to call it evening. It's not payday. It was even exchange day. That's it. Paychecks was crazy. So I have a friend who's seen the paycheck. Chuck seen one of my paychecks when I was getting ready to move. And when he seen the paycheck, he was like, I didn't even know how you was living. That's why a nigga was eating Dinty Moore. What you talking about? Like,
Dinty Moore is crazy. Because Not even fucking dogs is going to eat Dinty more.
I had to do what I had to do.
Oh, construction worker diet.
Y'all some haters. Because I'm living. I'm trying to figure out a way to live. We got a messy letter, but our guest is also here. So we're going to probably do our messy letter with our guest to see if it gets messier than what I just told y'all, because it is diabolical.
Yes.
The way the child support game runs. Like, and I'm not saying you shouldn't pay it. So nobody has ever heard me say that. So don't get on here or get on the live and be like, he said, nope. Pay what you're supposed to pay. But just understand how it comes out your check.
But how do niggas get away with not paying?
That's the part when people be like, yeah, you got $20,000, $30,000, $15,000. I don't know. Because the women don't press it too hard. See, I unfortunately had somebody that was pressing it any chance you get, because every 3 months you can get a review. So if you need it, you can. If he gets an increase, you get an increase, right? And that's you can do it quarterly. So that's the way that runs. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. It's very intrusive. Very, very intrusive on somebody else's game, man.
Jane.
What'd she say?
Man, I should have stole your baby mama stuff and sold it and gave you the money back, because ain't no way.
Right. So that's why when you hear certain men be like, I ain't giving no more money, I paid that child support. They really, sometimes they don't be having the extra to give.
Like our father.
Yep. I ain't got the extra to give. You asking for extra and I ain't got it. Because they take it off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, why y'all at least let me hold it? So your paycheck ain't really your paycheck. Why are we still talking about this?
I don't know. Sorry.
No, it was because Jay said my check was 20 and I said, nah, 15. You go get you some juice from the dollar store, a couple Dinty Moors that you can put in the microwave with the little lid John on it. Pay your light, pay your rent, pay your water. And then now we're going to wait until the next round comes about, and then hopefully we can survive again.
Ain't no way.
Hey, well,
ain't no way.
It's the only way. And then,
way.
Then they tell you, you say, well, how am I supposed to live? They tell you, get another job. Bow. And you're like, but what about spending time with my kids? Hey, you ain't going to do that anyway.
Touche.
Yeah. So.
All
right. So we got our guest is here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a pause for the cause. And once we come back, we will have a guest with us. And then we're going to do our messy letter with our guest. So make sure you stay with us. This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. 1 second. Oh, man, I'm rusty.
There we go.
Okay, let's do that again. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. This is how they hit it on your child support. Boop. All right, what's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio, and I am here with.
You're so bad. Hey.
And as you can see, there you go. You did it again.
Hey, y'all.
See, I ain't got no catchy slang. All right, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'll make something up.
Yeah.
I'm Coach. That's it. What's up? That's it. That's what you get. But as you can see, our seat is filled. So we got our guest here in the building, recording artist. I'm gonna let SoFab read because y'all clown me about how I be reading. I take my time. I ain't fast like SoFab. She's been doing this for years. I'm new.
Well, it is an old friend of the family. We have Rohan the Great. He's in the building now. He was raised in East Flatbush, Brooklyn, was immersed in Caribbean culture from an early age with his father, dancehall artist Curry Don. As a mentor, Rohan pursued music full-time after relocating to North Carolina. He founded Leaders of the Artistic Revolution in 2011 and blends reggae, dancehall, and hip-hop influences. In 2015, his track, is it SMYK?
Yeah, SMYK.
Right. An electric music release gained early recognition. The EP, The Real 2016, and the 2017 single Hit showcase his rap versatility. His dancehall releases, including Six Love and the single Fallen, solidified his reputation, with Fallen hitting #1 on iTunes and charting in over 70 countries on Apple Music. Unfair Games from Six Love peaked at 86 on the Metabase Urban Radio Airplay chart. And you've also shared the stage with legends such as Barris Hammond, Frankie Paul, Wayne Wonder, and more. So please welcome to our show, our new cousin, Rohan the Great.
What's up?
I'm pleased to be here. I feel like part of the family, the brand new cousin.
I told you, you cousin now.
Yeah, you cousin. You got sibs and you got cousins. You cousin.
Right.
That's what's up. So tell us before we get into the messy letter, because we're gonna do the messy letter, y'all. I know how y'all get about the messy letter. We're gonna do the messy letter.
See how messy it is.
How messy is it?
It's not that bad. We've had some bad ones, but yeah, this one ain't that bad.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So for the viewers that we have, because we got guys coming in, or ladies and guys coming in from everywhere. How long have you been in North Carolina?
Wow, about 20 years.
About 20 years?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. What part are you in?
I'm in Johnson County. Clayton.
Okay, for real? Okay,
Yeah.
I work in how do you say it? Wendell?
Yeah,
Wendell.
not too far from me. I'm like right on the borderline right there.
So our family originated in Clayton, right? Am I right? On our mother's side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow,
So
I didn't know
yeah. So
See,
our
learning
grandfather.
about my cousins every day.
Yeah. right. So then, and music, your inspiration behind that. We're gonna get into that right now. Like, tell us a little bit about your inspiration of what your muse is, like what gets you going and how you flow with that.
Well, so I got to start from the root. So the initial inspiration is my father. Growing up as a young man, you want to be like your father, and coming up, like my father had the respect of the whole entire neighborhood and just the dancehall industry, and I wanted that. You know what I mean? I wanted to be like him. I used to mimic him, and I remember before I could talk properly. I don't remember this part. He's telling me, but before I could talk properly, he had me on the sound system outside block party with little squeaky voice, like doing reggae music. So that was my initial inspiration. And as I got older, my mom wanted me to focus more on books. But then you can't escape that itch and that passion that's in me. So I just began to just explore it. And initially it was just to make him proud. You know what I mean? Like, my son could do it too. And then I realized I was pretty good at it. And so I kept going. And now, like, what gives me that motivation to go is like creating the music is the most important part of it for me.
Right.
And I have like this formula, like when I make songs, if I don't get like the goosebumps and the chills, I don't finish the song. I don't finish. So everything that comes out has to give me that feeling. It has to. It's. I feel like it's something magical in music, and if I don't feel it, I can't expect someone else to feel it. So so really that is the inspiration. Just, I don't know, I guess kind of chasing that high.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And also too, it's therapy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like all my music comes from a real place, real experiences. So I guess in a sense, it is my therapy and how I express myself and get through situations. So
cool. We're gonna jump back into more of what inspires you, and then also I just want to know and talk to you about just the state of music where we're at today, because there's a difference between probably what you grew up on, right? And then what we talk about and what we see mainstream now. So
there's a lot of genre bending.
Yeah. And so we want to talk about with some real, with some considered fake, and we want to get into that a little later.
Yeah, okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, no, that would be a great conversation. I have that conversation all the time. So like I see both sides of the spectrum. So
let's do it. I like that. So let's get into first. Y'all always ask for it. Where's it at? There we go. There it is. Let's get into it. The messy letter. Here we go.
Okay. Now this one is a little lengthy, so stick with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It says, I am looking for some advice. I met a guy last year about 3 hours from me. Told him I was freshly divorced and not looking for a relationship. Well, months later, he still was around as a friend. We talk business. He's at a different level than me, being a small business. Bounced bad days and good days off of each other. Took 2 trips. We went kayaking and hiking. We did have sex on these adventures. He asked me out. Told him I was still not ready. My life still had too many ups and downs, like custody of the kids and etc. So fast forward about 8 months. We chat every once in a blue moon, help out with advice on life and dating, but no meetings in person or anything. Well, he shows back up and wants to go on a trip with me and friends. I agree and we have a blast and we had sex. He tells me about a girl he was trying to date, but she blew him off often. And she also lives a few hours away. So he decided to not follow suit. We chat almost every day the first few weeks. 2 weeks later, he's staying over at my house. I bring us back up. We chat, but never confirm a real status, but did cover the benefits and drawbacks of one of us moving in, and etc. So to me, we were headed down a more serious direction. Mm-hmm. Well, he's supposed to be back the following weekend and has to work. The next one, his uncle and him had plans to see a car race. He sent me pictures of the race. Everything seemed fine. Then the texting slowed down. And fast forward to almost 3 weeks, and he updates his status. He's in a relationship, then waits almost a week to text me. I told him I knew, and he responds, he told her about me like I'm his adventure buddy, not anything more, and says she wants to meet me and possibly take a trip. Should I tell him how I feel? Kind of disappointed, but definitely not heartbroken. More annoyed he couldn't tell me up front or first before posting on Facebook, because I know they had been chatting. Should I just move on and keep the relationship between us business only? We weren't much help to one another often. We weren't much help to one another often physically. But we bounce ideas and strategies off of one another, and I'm about to need more help in the book side of business, and he's offered to help anytime. Or should I just move on and cut my losses?
Ah, man, that's loaded.
Yeah.
But I'll let our guest go. You go first.
So when it comes to relationships, whether serious or not, I don't play games. To me, it seemed like she was convenient. It was adventurous, and he didn't plan on having anything serious with her. But more so, it seems like the woman who he asked the advice about, that's who he's with, to be honest, from what it seems like. And it seems like they kind of want her to participate in something. I
kind of picked that up.
So
too.
it's like, either you're going to be with it. If you're down with that type of party, go ahead. But if not, if you're looking for a relationship, that's not happening. I don't think she made herself seem like a relationship type of person.
Right.
She made herself just convenient for rendezvous and hiking. And I noticed every time they went somewhere, they had sex.
Yeah.
So it seemed like that was the main thing. Like you are the adventure buddy. So no relationship is happening at all. And I don't know. I would just dead it totally. I wouldn't even the business, because people got feelings. So he's gonna give an idea. She's gonna be like, it's stupid, but it's gonna be because she's in her feelings. So but yeah, kudos to him though. He played that pretty smooth. But but it's a wrap.
I agree. Yeah. Like I look at it the same way. Like I was gonna say everything you just said. Like you were convenient. You didn't set boundaries in the beginning. He was able to come in and out and still get buns.
Right.
Well, once again, I say it time and time again on this show, men, once you open that door for a guy and that's the lane, all right, cool, I'm gonna just play the lane you give me, especially if we got a good vibe and you're not asking for anything more.
Yeah.
She really wasn't asking for anything more. There was space of what you said, 8 months.
Yeah, there was time where y'all were not contacting each other.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, it seemed like the conversations of them trying to be together were coming up, but you just kept forcing the issue of, I'm divorced, I'm dealing with custody, I gotta deal with all these things.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but like it seemed like she had a lot of baggage
she got
too, and he wasn't with it.
Right.
He just want to have fun. He's like, yo, you got custody, you got this, like, and
Right.
I don't got time to do. But what's funny is, no disrespect to whoever she is, but I feel like she's gonna be with it. I think they're gonna have the party together. Like,
and maybe that's what she's looking for. You know, for someone to be like, just go and have fun, because like she said in the letter, this man is talking about you. Oh, that's my adventure buddy. What does adventure buddy really mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then now you got this new chick who played you, but I guess now she's like, we'll give it a chance. but he's trying to include Adventure Buddy into whatever it is y'all got going on.
Because I mean, why can't we all have fun?
Right, yeah.
That's what he's looking at. Like,
exactly, I agree.
I'm not going to say I would do it or do it that way. Once again, what people do once the door shut is your business.
Right.
But she needs to know what it's really hitting for and not play herself. Because if I'm asking you on another vacation and the pattern and the routine has been on all vacations we have sex.
Yes.
The only difference is if I've added a new lady.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, can she come too?
Right. And are you down?
Exactly. And one piece of advice I would give is if she's going to be down for it, make sure it's because she wants to have fun and not because she's trying to build some more connection with this man.
Fit in.
That's when you're going to get hurt. You're going to feel like, oh, he likes me. No. He's just there for the buns. And if you want to be there to partake in that, just do that to strictly have fun. But please do not feel like it's going to be anything more because you're setting yourself up.
Yes. And I think she needs to be real with herself of what it is that you want, because one minute you're like, oh, it's about business. Oh, it's about just physical pleasure. Oh, I kind of like him. Like, what, girl, what are we doing?
You know what? I just forgot about the business. Yeah, I'm with you. Leave that alone.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be messy and murky, because when you're ready to try to really have business going on, his mindset might not be there because it was never established to be there. And then you might try to use the business to insert yourself in ways that you're not supposed to insert. You are the fun girl.
Right.
I go travel, I hit you up, and we do what we do, and then we go home.
Right.
That's the lane.
And who was on the she said they were on different levels business wise, right?
Yes.
Who was the more established business?
I think he was.
Yeah.
You just now you might be using business just as a way to keep a stronghold.
Are you sure what your motives are?
Right. Because they think she's like, oh, well, I need help with my books. Do you?
Hold on, my fault. Is this a big comment here? What does that say?
I'm just glad she ain't right about being in love with him. Woo, because I was about to say you had all the opportunities, but anywho, you were a fun fuck. No offense to her. Pretty much.
Yeah, you're that person. And it's cool. No problem. Oh, Brenda's watching too, by the way. There she goes.
What's good, Brenda? Shout out to you for making this happen.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I definitely don't have much. Well, sorry, I'm not gonna say that. What was her question again? So I can make sure I give a serious answer for her.
She had a lot. So wait, hold on. Let me go back. I'm gonna unlock my phone.
Did she say anonymous?
Yeah, she was anonymous.
That's no fun.
So she said, well, essentially, should I move on and keep the relationship between us business only, or should I just move on and cut my losses?
Cut your losses. But you didn't have any losses.
Well, yeah, what was the gain? To
to me, I think this was one of those things where, like DMX, I blazed you, you blazed me. Like nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
Like,
yeah. And then y'all had the conversation of possibly making it work, and neither one of you wanted to move because he lives 3 hours away. So it did it.
It seems like it was just glossed over, like the way she they brought it up, and okay, let's go back to having sex. Like, so,
exactly.
Yeah. So to me, I think it's deaded unless you want to engage on that level and you are emotionally stable enough to handle it. If you know your feelings for him really ain't at that level, leave it alone, because you're about to go down a road of heartache, because he already has his lane set with you and your identity set. So anything more for him is like, whoa, where's this coming from? Like, because you've never done it. Like, so if you, relationship, we went 8 months and we just talked here and there. Like, whoa, calm down. I got this.
He's good.
Yeah, he's straight. Like, so my advice would be to cut all losses and heal. Because it sounds like you might want a little bit more than what he's offering,
right? And
you're gonna head down that road. So I don't know. We'll go. I'll be the first one. That was my final say. What's your final say?
Say like just cut it. That's it. Like cut it. That nothing else. Don't no further communicate. I think you just don't even talk to them.
Right.
Like just done. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Yeah, because it's going to get messy. Even if you try to play the whole, oh, well, I want to be the adventure girl and be the third, it's going to get messy because you've already had the conversations of whether or not you guys want to be in a relationship. But you also have to deal with this divorce and custody. So, baby,
get yourself together.
Yeah.
So, baby, handle that first, and then maybe, try to jump back into the dating area. But this business-wise, don't do it.
Nah,
don't do it. Just cut your losses.
What's that say?
Look, she could just have one last meetup and get all the business info and one meetup and cut all ties. That too.
You can do that. Make sure whatever you do is advantage you and not advantage him. because then now you're going to be stuck on that string again.
Mhm.
Bottom line is you just got to go into the situation headstrong, like, all right, we'll talk some business, have some fun this night. And then when I leave,
That's it.
That's it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it might hurt, sting a little bit, but I think after you realize like this is for the good. Because what if she read her own letter, she would realize there's really no substance.
Right.
There's there's nothing like I really need this guy, or like Jay was saying, I really love this guy. None of that was in
There's
there.
no traits. There was nothing she can say what she liked about
Yeah,
it.
there was nothing.
It was just fun. Like
We would call that F buddies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't classify yourself as that, but
that's pretty much what it is.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
Nah,
Yeah.
you know, like you said, he's good. She's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So moving on.
Yeah, moving on. That, I don't even. That's that. Like, let's talk about music. Let's talk about that. So what we were talking about before we went into the messy letter was just you have Truest, where, like you said, I get goosebumps before I put this out, and then you got those who are looking for that viral moment where this song will hit, it'll get me my streams and all that stuff. How are you feeling about that when you put in your work and you put out your project? It's like somebody painting a picture. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I've taken the time to know that this line goes here, that beat drops here, versus somebody that's like, I'm just putting this out, I need to go viral.
Right. So I feel like when it comes to, before I expect, it needs to be 100% pure. It needs to be the best quality. We got to think about the art. But then as I began to mature and spend more money into this, and I realized, like, essentially music is a money pit until it isn't. Like, let's to be realistic. So if you're investing all this money, at some point you want to make sure that you're seeing that return. And then going viral or doing what's trendy is the quickest way to get that return on your investment. So I get it. Like people got to eat, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't take that route, but I totally understand it. And also too, there's a demographic for everything. So what might suck to me might be dope to somebody else.
Right.
And I realized that because it's so subjective, we can't really, music is something, I feel like we can't really judge it the way we would judge like what we like. So kudos to whoever's trying to get their money. But like I said, for me, I like the pure art form of it. I like to make sure I put my 100% into it, make sure it's something that I'm proud of. And maybe if it's played 100 years from now, like I know my grandkids or whoever will be proud of it too. So that's how I look at it. But like I said, I do get it. And also too, I feel like people have like, nobody's just one thing anymore. I feel like before, like people were like, okay, I'm this studious person, I'm that. So now you might be studious at work, but you get in the car, you turning on Sexy Red or something. So I feel like now so now we business, we ratchet. I feel like people are blending more, I guess more, not personality, but more personality traits into their everyday life. So I get it. So it works as I ain't gonna lie, I like Glorilla. I ain't gonna lie.
I do too.
Like, so it's like, it's not something I would make or what I would traditionally like advise people to listen to, but it worked. It just do something to you. But at the end of the day, you have to know what speaks to you at your core. So I get it both ways. And I think being that I'm a businessman, I've been running my own label and I fund my own music. I see it that way. And I also see the artist way of being pure. And then another thing too, people claim they love the art form, they love pure music, but they don't buy it. They don't stream it. So it's like, do you really
and don't support it?
Do you really love it, or you only love it when you sad or you going through something? Like when you happy, you listen in the glow. But when you sad, then you going through hard life, you want to listen to me. And most of the times there's more highs than lows. So it's like Glorilla's getting more spins than you from you than me. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
So how do you feel, especially when you've been pretty consistent in your genre, when people often step outside and they're like, well, I've been doing reggae, I've been doing dancehall, but I think I want to try Afro beats, or I think I want to step into pop, or I think I want to step into R&B. Like, do you feel like that's more so just to gain more followers, or it's really just a passion of, I really want to try to see if I can fit in elsewhere in this music game?
I really feel like it depends on the artist, but for the most part, I really feel like everyone's trying to ride a wave, to be honest.
Okay.
So it's like, if it's authentic, I'm cool with it. Like, but if you were doing straight up like boom bap hip hop, and then you're like, yo, bro, let's do a reggae song together, and I'm like, I've never heard you listen to reggae. I've never seen you post it. So for me, that's crazy. But then on the flip side, for me, growing up as a first generation Jamaican in New York, and then being around hip hop, for me, I started off commercially rapping, and then I transitioned to the reggae dancehall style, end up doing EDM. So for me, I was exposed to all of that, so it feels natural. So I would hope that someone looking from the outside would see that, okay, these are actually parts of his personality. So I think that is fine. But if it ain't in your personality, you just trying to ride a wave, I cannot get with it. And I actually do get offended, I'm not gonna lie. Like when especially like locally, like in my opinion, I've put in the work as a as someone doing dancehall and Caribbean music. So my thing is, if you know me, we've been in the same circles and you've been rapping this whole time, and you want to jump on a Caribbean track or something like that with dancehall flavor, it would be common sense to reach out and say, bro, let's do this and do that. And then they don't. It's like, I feel like it's not valid in my opinion. And it doesn't have to be me. It could be someone else. But if you're gonna jump into that genre, at least work with somebody that's in that genre and already making moves. And I feel like that would be authentic. But if you just bypass everyone and you trying to sound like us, that ain't it. It's not it at all.
So then now the business side, because you mentioned having your own label. One thing we like to try to do on our platform is educate, because there's so many young people who watch and stream, and they'll see something like this and be like, yo, he said he got his own label. What goes into having the own label? And then like
headache,
and then even understanding, like, because I watched something recently with Snoop saying, man, streams don't get you paid like y'all think. Like, and he was trying to tell the young people, like, that's not it. So explain that a little bit of, like, one, having your own label and how it works, like how much work it is. And then two, that, you know, streaming is different.
So firstly, before even you get to the record label part of it, owning a business in general is harder than people just put, start an LLC, wait 60 days, go open a bank account, get $1 million. No, it does not work like that.
That's not how it works.
You pay to open that LLC, and then there's something called annual fees. You have to file an annual report, and I believe it's $200 and something dollars in LLCs. And guess what happened? If you don't file those annual reports, your business no longer exists. So you actually owe them that money. So number one, you want to make sure that you actually have some money coming in so that you can pay for these things. And also there's trademarks. You want to protect your designs. $75 just for the state, and I think for national it's like $395 per class if you're gonna do the through the trademark office, US trademark office. So before you even get to the record label, that's all those things you got to handle. And now when you get to the record label, that's the money pit I was talking about. So it costs so much money to make music, right? And now, like you said, we're in the streaming era where basically we're getting paid fractions of a penny per stream. So it's like now you put all this money into it. Like let's say you on the low end, a project might, even if you worked with a local producer, you might spend like $2,000-$3,000 on your project, and it's literally going to take almost 1 million streams for you to make that back. And the average artist is not getting 1 million. I don't even have 1 million streams. You know what I'm saying? So so it is, I think it's something that seems attractive. Everyone says, oh, I'm owning my masters. Yeah, you're owning your masters, but do you know how to make money off of it? What to do? So it is pretty rough. I would say the landscape has changed, and I feel like the artists themselves do have more power. So what I'm saying is a money pit is kind of on the label side of it. But as an artist, if you're smart and you do things that can generate money on your own outside of the song, so I think you should use the song to get yourself hot, right? And then when you get yourself hot, you get some bookings. That's all your money. That don't go to the label unless you signed yourself to a 360, which wouldn't make sense. But like, so the money is in the shows. And publishing, music publishing. So you want to make sure that you own your publishing to which is simple, just signing up to ASCAP or BMI. And once you own that publishing, basically when you're on radio shows such as this, when you get spins, you get paid more than you actually do for Spotify, you know, stuff like that from the actual recording side of it. And you actually get paid from Spotify and that as well for the publishing. So it's a bigger like check from that. And especially radio plays really well. So get hot, get on the radio. Easier said than done, but get hot, get on the radio, do shows, do features. That's where the real money comes from. So you don't necessarily have to own a label, but if you do these things, you can make money. But it is hard work, and you're gonna put so much money in until you start getting it back. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna feel like you're going broke. You're gonna get stressed out, and that just means keep going, and then eventually when you get hot, you might get a show for 20 grand,
Right.
and then you recoup back what you did. But it is tough. Like, don't let nobody tell you this is easy.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
It's a grind.
You out there, it's not easy. It's hard. It's
Right.
like I've been doing this. When did we meet? 2016. And then so that means that professionally, I want to say commercially, I've been doing this. This is my 10th year, and I've been investing in myself every single year. And I feel like this is, everybody say this, but I feel like this is my year. Like, it's going, like I've made so much progress over the years, and I feel like really it does take that 7 to 10 year span to be an overnight success, unless you have like a huge machine behind you. But if you don't have that machine, it does take that time. So a lot of people see people just pop up and they think like they just started. No, they've been doing it.
they've been grinding.
And so you spoke to something that's important. Like, even we tell people here, we are a fully licensed radio station, and we've gone through all the steps to make sure whenever somebody gives us music that you get paid for the spins that you get.
Appreciate it.
Talk about how even it's hard to get on the radio, because some people don't even understand like radio is still a major factor in booming.
Radio is king. Radio is king. They'll like to tell you otherwise, but I believe radio is king because so I don't know if artists realize this, but radio is basically advertising. Like terrestrial radio is advertising. So if radio wasn't king or was dead, as they would say, why would people advertise with the radio?
Right.
The point of advertising is to reach listeners.
Right.
So for me, the listeners are still there, and I see the media-based report. So I'm saying like, oh wow, this amount of people is hearing my song. So radio is the way to go. But I feel like for artists, we don't understand what radio is looking for. So what I try to tell artists is, you got to make music that fits the mold.
Yeah.
You can't be coming in sounding like Wu-Tang in 93 and no offense to Wu-Tang, I love Wu-Tang.
No, but it's just not
it's
the
not
sound
relevant.
right
That's
now.
not gonna happen in the 5 o'clock mix, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna happen. So your music, number one, has to fit the mold. And what I had to learn from Chuck Johnson is that the music has to compete against what's being played elsewhere. So you might think your song is hot, and your friend's gonna say your song is hot, but does this song stand up to the Drake that is playing on the other station?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you begin to understand that, it helps. You know what I mean? Okay, well, this song doesn't work for that, but I may have a song here, or I may not even have a song for radio at all, and put my attention elsewhere. But if that's what I'm searching for, I want to make sure these songs fit the mold. And once the song fits the mold, that's a big part of the battle, because people have people to answer to. So you can't just expect the DJ to put a record on and then everyone leaves the station and the PD is sitting there, he's listening, like, because apparently PDs just listen to their stations all day long. They don't do anything else. So it's like you get a call, hey, why did you just play that record? Who is that? Never play that again. And if you play that again, clean out your office.
Right.
So you got to understand, people are risking their jobs in some cases by playing our music. So we want to make sure that, number one, it fits the mold, not only sound like the song, but quality. We want to make sure that's up to par. And once you have those things, you got to have grace too. And you got to be humble. Like, I remember even when we first met, I think I had been reaching out for like maybe a year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A year. No, not it's not your fault. I
had no idea. I'm so sorry.
right. But at the time, being young, I'm like, man, why are you not playing my song? And then Chuck Johnson again sat me down and was like, hey, that's not how radio works. And I realized, like, you gotta be patient, because people have been burnt before. And in most cases, independent artists, young artists don't know. They don't have the training yet. They've never been in these rooms before, so they don't know how to act. So a lot of times we go
a lot of entitlement,
and we burn these bridges. So then now you're gonna be less inclined to give the next independent artist an interview. So you got to come.
Oh, and she is. She was like, "What? Who?" Like, and
when you first told me, then you was like, "Rohan." I was like, "Oh, okay." He
yeah, because I was like, "Yo, we got an interview coming up." She's like, "Who?" Because the vetting process, like you said, because we've dealt with some people. Like, we had a brother literally come on the show prior to us talking. He was cool. Like, when I say he was cool, like,
we had such a good conversation.
We were talking like we talking right now.
Right.
And I guess maybe he got nervous or whatever before we got ready to go on. He left the room and he came back and he was not cool. Like, he was slurring on the microphone, and we said do a freestyle. He said he was going to do a freestyle. Freestyle didn't freestyle. He didn't realize, like, freestyle, bro, you should still know what you about to do. Like
Right.
he tried to just take it off the top.
Yeah, the wall is brick.
I'm
I'm so sick. The locker is blue. What you gonna do? I'm coming. Yeah,
killed himself.
It was bad.
There was people in the background laughing at him. It was a bad day.
bad.
I ain't seen the brother since. You know what I'm saying? So yes, what you're saying like that, we appreciate it too, because we also, I think people don't value when we reach out to them and say we control what we put on the radio. So we want to hear your music so that we can put it out there. And they're like, well, I don't know. You don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Because I mean, you can tell the story. You've gone through listening to countless amounts of artists that haven't polished themselves to even be on the radio.
And the sad thing is there's a lot of potential, but to speak to your point, it's just how honorary they are, or the entitlement of like, you should put this on. It's like, you're not quite there yet, you know? And a lot of people need to learn that in the industry. Like, you might have the talent, you might have the flow, you might be able to, you know, compose a really good song, but it's just not, it's missing something. It's not quite radio quality. So when someone who is in the industry is telling you like, well, I would go back, probably tweak this, listen, which brings me to my next point of mentorship. Who is it that you have in your corner to not only tell you about this business, because, you know, it is tough, it is extremely hard, but then it's also a lot of navigation that you have to do. So who's in your corner?
I would say my uncle DJ Super Dane and my dad. First and foremost, my dad has seen the good, bad, and the ugly when it comes to being an artist, being taken advantage of an artist by a label as an artist. And my uncle just kind of traveled the world as a DJ, so he has a different ear. But I keep on bringing up Chuck Johnson a lot. But we talk, and he was actually the first person to kind of sit me down and just have a conversation of what I shouldn't do and what I should do when in regards to radio. And I'm a thinker, so like when I get advice for one subject, I kind of see how I can apply that to like all different areas. So the advice that I get from him, I kind of applied it not only to radio but towards my whole career. And it's funny that you say that, like about having that mentor, because I felt like that's what I might have been lacking in the beginning. Because and I'm kind of explaining that to like some of my team members now. Having the book smart is wonderful. Like you can read about you could read every book there is about what you want to do. But when you start doing it, it's a whole different ball game. So I feel like a lot of us with the social media, everything, we can watch a million different videos, we can watch all these interviews, and I think we form our own idea of how this industry works based on what people are saying on their personal experiences, and we're applying it as if it's law, and it's not law. I feel like in this business, everything has wiggle room, and you have to be super malleable, because if you're just on a straight line, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna run into roadblocks, and it's just gonna be terrible. But and I'm the type of person where I take advice from everyone. I get bad advice too, but I find the good in like, or how I can apply it to my life. Like, you might be wrong about 99% of what you said, but that 1%, like I'm gonna take it and apply it. So like I'm always constantly learning and trying to get better and trying to progress. And I think it takes a lot of self-awareness though to do that. And I feel like that comes with maturity, and a lot of us aren't mature because, like I said, I was in that position too where I thought I was ready and I realized I wasn't ready, because you have to be a full package for this. Like, you can't be lacking in no area. You can't have a wonderful song and it sounds bad. Then you can't have like a good sounding song and it's okay. And then you can't have the song hot and then you go and you looking like a hot mess yourself. So it's like it has to be that perfect balance. And I feel like for me, I was like, man, when is this gonna happen? When is this gonna happen? And then over time, I started getting certain accolades and stuff, and like every time I get better at something. And I feel like now I'm at the point where, okay, my music is there, and I didn't notice my health was a big issue. I'm diabetic, and for a while, like I was pre-diabetic, and I kind of ignored it, and I didn't realize like that it was having an effect on me. And I went to the doctor, not to make a segue, but I went to the doctor probably about around last Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, yeah, your sugar's like double what it's supposed to be, and I'm like, nah, I'm healthy, I'm good, and it was like, no, you got to make some changes. And then my grandmother passed away from complications from diabetes, and it just runs in my family. And I was like, man, I was like, yo, my son was 4 at the time, and I was like, do I really want to be 20 years from now possibly an amputee, can't play with my son? So I made a life change there, and I've lost 75 pounds since then.
Okay.
So yeah, and now I feel better. I feel better. I perform better, and I just feel like I look better too. But that's part of it. That's part of it, because and I realize now, looking back, like there was nothing, I don't think there was anything wrong with me per se, but now like I have a different level of confidence that I didn't know that I lacked before. And it's just, it may not be just even looking better, but it's feeling better. It just gives you that extra oomph. And I feel like that extra oomph is what you need when you want to be a star. You can't be looking regular and behaving regular, or even less than regular. Nobody's gonna buy what you're selling. Like people, it may be your reality, but people still have to believe your reality. You could have, for the lack of better terms, you could have 1 million women, you could be the biggest gigolo, the best love maker in the world, but if you don't look like it, no one wants to hear you singing that. I'm not saying I'm any of those things, but like, it has to make sense.
It all got to match up.
So that was something I learned. So now, like I said, even my performance is better. Like I thought I was. I feel like I always performed good because I took pride in that. But now the image is there. I can wear what I want to wear. I can dance more. So I feel like I've leveled up in so many ways. And if you would have told me that, yo, you need to get in shape, and I would be like, nah, I'm fine with you. Like, so that's that maturity. But now time was the teacher for me. But I feel like if I really had someone at that time who was like really in it, like, no, bro, when I worked with Usher, when I worked with Usher, I told Usher you need to run 3 miles. Like I feel like we don't have that, and I feel that's a Carolina problem, though. To be honest, like they're like, even though we need it, I don't know who would have given me that advice. Like who has that experience here.
So
and
when you speak into that, I just watched the interview with the Locks after they did the NPR, and they were saying that Chic is the one that keeps Styles and Jada in check with the health and going the health route, because Styles P is a vegan. And he was like, it happened accidentally. You know what I'm saying? But when you're talking about like performance and shows and showmanship, it immediately I thought about like the verses with Cameron, and then also with the Locks, how they were more polished, and they said they had the mentorship from Puff, like, you got to be on your show. You got to be on your ish. You can't be. And he was like, we was doing that even when we was getting $100 a show.
Right.
So can you speak to just the fact of like you said, the show is your money, but that doesn't mean that as soon as you book your show, you're going to make a whole bunch of money right away. But that doesn't mean your performance should change. So could you speak about that for the young artists?
Yeah,
out there?
I feel like you touched on a big topic. My dad has been telling me this from before I could actually even perform properly. You have to perform like you are that $1 million artist, even though you're not, because first of all, you're going to build habits. So you want to get rid of those habits from the beginning. You want to form good habits and get rid of the bad habits. And also too, if you go and you get that booking and they give you the $100 at that time and you perform like $100, you're probably not going to get much more shows. But if you perform for that $100 booking, but you perform like a $10,000 artist and people know they can get you for $500 now, you're going to get more shows because you're bringing that, your value is more than what they're actually paying you. So you want to make sure that you are the best that you can be. And even to this day, my dad, like if he'll see a picture and let my hand slide up a little bit over that, the cup
so
of that,
like this,
like, let him see that. Like he's calling me and he's cussing me. I told you stop cupping the mic. And I'm like, Dad, I was moving. It was slippery. I had my finger like this. It wasn't so I still got to explain that to him like I'm a little kid. But you have to have that because that is the only way that you are going to succeed and to see the next level. And also too, still sharp and still, you need someone to tell you where you need the help at, bro. And also too, you have to practice. I feel like people don't rehearse. I feel like they just I got
jump out there.
Yeah, I got a show next week. What you doing? I don't know. I'm gonna go with the vibe. Like me, like I just did Carrot Mass. And I do Carrot Mass almost every year. And I believe I started working out and running maybe like 2 miles a couple times. Well, like three times a week. And I started doing that probably like a month and a half before the show. And I'm like singing, I'm getting up every morning, jogging, singing my set. And this is a month and a half before the show, because you want to make sure when you go up there, like it's second nature to him. And if you got to perform 15 minutes, they said like, you know, your adrenaline gets going. You got to be able to, I learned from a rock and roll band, you got to be able to rehearse maybe 3-4 times the length of your actual performance. Because if you're just rehearsing for that 15 minutes, you think you're going to get it, but it's going to be so many different factors. Once you're up there, you're going to get hype, you're going to move more, you're going to dance more, you're going to be distractions. So I always try to rehearse 3 or 4 times the length of what I'm actually performing, and to the point where it is second nature, because you don't want to go up there and feel like you're working, because like your brain is like you're calculating. You want to go up there and it just flows, and then the show is over and you're like, oh man, I did the whole show already. And I feel like it vibes better. And then two people think like you're in your natural element, so they enjoy it better because you're having fun. It doesn't seem like you're working like
versus
like,
this is what he does, like this is
like,
natural,
this is his element. And so that's what I've been trying to do, and I'm always trying to get better and better. Like I literally, my team gets mad at me. Like even my cameraman, like as soon as I get off the stage, sometimes I'm like, yo, let me see the footage. And like, bro, like there's people trying to take pictures. I'm like, yo, let me see the footage. I think on the third song, I went to the left and I should have went to the right. There was someone singing right there. I should have bent down and gave them the mic. Like but I'm analytical after, but I just want to get that. So I want it to be fine tuned. I want, when you see Ron the Great, I want you to say, wow, he lives up to his name. And I want them to say, like, because my goal is I want to be a legend. I want to be one of the greatest. I'm not going to be like these people like, I just want to do. No, I want to be known as the great. And I feel like I can. I feel like I am. I don't want to sound too good. I feel like I am one of the greatest, but I haven't been able to fully display it yet. So in that case, I want you to see that I'm the greatest. So when I finally get to that level where it comes full circle, like, dang, he's been great this whole time.
Do you think that young artists should create showcases for themselves?
Yes and no, if it's done properly. If you can do it properly, go ahead. That's actually how I started out. When I started Leaders of the Artistic Revolution, it was me and my brother Jay Wynn, and a couple other artists as well. And what we did was we realized we were going to showcases, and it'll be like 10 different crews, and the whole crowd is just composed of the crews. And I'm like, so who are the actual fans here?
Right.
Like, so like, how can I benefit from this? Because you're not, as an artist, like you have pride in your crew. Like, like the Locks ain't going home like, yo, let's listen to Wu-Tang all night. Like, and vice versa. So it's like, it's no potential to grow. And what I started doing, I was like, you know what, let's keep our own showcases, invite our friends from work, whoever, family. And I felt like that helped us grow. Not only like, that's the best place to, I feel like, actually polish your showmanship and work on your show, because those people are actually interested in somewhat seeing you. If you go to somewhere else and somebody else fans, they even if they like you, they're not going to show you they like you, because they're going to feel like they're disrespecting.
They people, they
right.
people.
So I feel like showcases are great. It's like a kind of like a proving ground in the sense, like and a practice run. But I fully advise it, and it's a good way to make money to do what you want to do. You throw a showcase, you rent a venue, charge 15, whatever you can at the door. That's profit. That's money going back into making new music and whatever you got to do. So I definitely like advise artists, and I don't know if I don't really see that a lot anymore. I see it kind of coming back a little bit. I see stuff happening like a House of Art and stuff like that. But I remember like 2014, like it was everywhere, like all throughout downtown. There was different spots for independent
and that's
artists.
why I kind of brought that up, because like you don't see a lot of street teams anymore. Like you remember, you used to see street teams, people working the corner, handing out the yo, I need you here. Do you see that there's still a place for that? You know what I mean? And then same thing with you, Kim. You've been in radio now long enough. Where is the street team still a thing? Is it necessary out here?
I feel it totally is. Ironically, I just got off the phone with with my management team and building a new street team. I highly advise it. I feel like somewhere along the lines, someone created this narrative and told everyone that these things aren't necessary anymore, and they totally are. Like I feel like it's just some type of agenda to get everyone to just stream and buy ads for everything. But nothing beats seeing a person and hey, striking a conversation and saying, hey, by the way, I'm Ron the Great. I do music and I have a new single coming out. It's like, oh wow, maybe I might be in my work clothes. I still work 9 to 5. That's another thing. Don't quit your job to do music and then don't have any money. So I might be at my job. I might have on my job uniform and like, oh, I didn't know. I see that. Like, yeah, this is what I do to support my dream. And you strike a conversation, and then someone looks at the flyer and say, oh, this is you, and they scan it. That's another thing. The flyers. Just flyers are dead, but if you have QR codes that they can go to it instantly,
Make
like
it
instant
interactive.
gratification.
Yep.
So like they go there to see your Instagram and see whatever you want to take them to, and then you grab a fan. Like I literally just did that yesterday because I was trying to get the street team together and it wasn't working out. So I went out there on my own and did it. And as I'm handing out the flyers, boom, follower, bloop, follower, bloop, follower. So I think it is 100% necessary. It is the most meaningful connection outside of radio. I think it's very important. But like I said, somewhere along the line, someone told everyone that it wasn't.
Just put it on the internet.
Ran with it. Because ads are somewhat effective. I feel like ads are effective, but it's effective when you're looking for something. Like, so if I'm like I'm on this organic, like everything has to be organic for me now, right? So like I just tried this organic deodorant, and like the first one I tried, I didn't like it. It didn't work. I might have needed the aluminum and stuff at first, but so like now I'm seeing ads, so that works because I'm actually looking for. But I don't think the average person is going out and say, "Hey, let me find independent artists to listen to." Like, so if you're running ads, it sounds good. You're getting it's reaching these people, but is it really effective? But I feel like that flyer is effective because if they don't want to talk to you, they're just going to walk past you. So you're not even, but I feel like they take that flyer and they talk to you.
There's
and especially if you're personable too, I feel like you have a better chance of connecting with that person. So I think I feel like we're making this total like wave back to like the foundation, like the
to what it was.
And I feel like it's going to be better. Records are coming back, things like that. And I feel like the artists that can apply those things are going to win. Because even when it comes to me, like I look at music as like just not only just making art, but as a business. I look at the music as a product. Like so I took marketing classes and I break it down that way, as if I'm trying to sell lotion or something. Like I break it down, and I think when we begin to look at it like that and know we have the principles of marketing, advertising, I feel like everyone would win because we won't just be relying on one part of it, which is social media ads or publicity. Like I feel like that's just a part of the pie. Like you can never fully win because these labels, and you might not know it, but behind the scenes they're hitting everything still. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, but then that goes back to people have to be able to tell us that. Like we have to know that we have to have the mentors and we have to have the professionals. So maybe not everyone needs to be a rapper. Maybe somebody maybe somebody needs to learn marketing. Maybe somebody needs to learn promotion. Maybe somebody needs to advertising. So now,
which is, you know what, it's funny because basically that's what LeBron James did. All his boys are guys that he played in high school with. The literally the starting five is his team, community, marketing, all that. Each one of them went to learn a piece to help the brand of LeBron James grow. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody can't be LeBron. No, somebody got to be the dude that helps LeBron whenever he's not.
But then that also means setting egos aside as well, where it's like we're allowing this person to be the great person, and then we're just going to help you get to that point. So you can't have haters in the bunch.
Right.
Yeah, everybody can't be LeBron.
You got to be confident to be like, yo, you're not LeBron, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've had situations where I'm working on a song and like someone is there to do something like, yo, let me get a verse on that. And I'm like, no. Why would I do that? Bro, you have a specific goal. Like you're not an artist. Why would I just put you on the song?
And waste time and money.
Waste time and money. And that's another verse I could have did. Now I have to split publishing with you, and you can't come performing because you're not a real artist. So I'm like, I have no issues setting those boundaries. Like, no, that's not it. And then also too, if you don't accept those boundaries, you got to go.
I know that's right.
You're not about to Selena me out here.
So we talked about connection. Let people know how they can get in contact with you or how they can follow you, how they can hear
first
more
the new project.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So we got the brand new single dropping Friday, Wicked. We had the messy letter earlier. Like it's basically one of my messy letters. So it's a song about a past relationship where I was I cheated on you. We just said, it happened to me. The great, I'm just, but so I just kind of, like I said, my music comes from a real place, so I kind of recanted that. And in the Caribbean, we always say something is wicked. That's wicked. And so like I was thinking about what happened, and I was like, man, this girl is wicked, man. This girl wicked. And I just kept on realizing subconsciously I was saying wicked.
Yeah.
And then D Money had sent me a beat pack. And I was like, I had worked on some other songs. And I was like, this was the last song out the pack. And I was like, last beat. And I was like, let me listen to it. And then this girl is wicked, wicked, wicked. And then it's just going, I'm like, okay. And then like, I'm just in the vibe. And I know it's like 30 minutes later, I have a song done. So, and I got the chills. So I was like, yes, let's go. So, yeah, so it's a story about basically, you know, heartbreak in a sense, and just kind of flipping the script. And like I feel like a lot of times when things happen, when you get your heart broken or something, I feel like people are ashamed on both sides of it, like nah, it ain't happened to me, and like you avoid it, you don't talk about it. No, that girl was wicked. I'm gonna make y'all know she was wicked. This is what she did to me, and this is how I feel about you and everybody who knew. That's the type of vibe I was on. So it drops this Friday. I'm hoping, I've been campaigning like major, like a big push behind it. I'm shooting for #1 on iTunes again. After you get that first #1, it's like you can't settle for nothing else. So I'm shooting for #1. The response, I sent it out early to like a few DJs, tastemakers, and the response has been like phenomenal. And everyone's going crazy about the same parts of the songs too. So that's a good thing. So very excited about it. Very, very excited about it. Yeah. And I feel like and like I say, people say this all the time, but I feel like this may be one of the ones that'll kind of push me up further over that hump. Yeah, I feel like it's a good balance of everything. The dance hall, kind of like R&B-ish. I'm like singing like less of the dance hall singing, but maybe a little bit more R&B singing. And I feel like everybody will love it. It's super catchy and relatable. So yeah,
make sure we get it so we can spin it.
Yeah,
we'll put it on it.
I sent it to you. I sent you the clean one, but I didn't know that y'all played the curse words. So the curse words are like the really that's the really fun version. So I'm gonna
send us the fun version. We'll get that too. Yes. I'm sorry, but go ahead. I'm sorry because you were saying.
No, I was saying let everyone know how they can follow you.
Oh yeah, so the best way to keep in contact with me would be my website. That's www.rowanthegreatmusic.com, and that's not THE, it's DA. Just put a little sauce on it. But that's the best way. That's the hub. You can find my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that from there, and also sign up to my mailing list because you get gifts.
I know that's right. Come on, mailing list.
Yeah, I love my fans. So like, if you support me, like I send out like free. This is the merch, and I got merch coming for you guys too. I just wasn't sure of the size, so I have a pack with these shirts, limited edition, and some stuff for my sponsors too as well. So I have that coming to you guys soon. But I give away all those on my website. But the best way is Instagram. I am always on Instagram. That's at Rowan the Great MC, like microphone controller, because I was a rapper first. I'm still a rapper at heart, so I'm still an MC. But that's the best place, and I'm always active on there. If you follow me, I follow back. If you shoot me a DM, hey, I respond to you, as long as it's not weird, because some people just be on some crazy stuff.
And do.
So I'm very active on there. I even have like a broadcast channel for like my top fans. I call them the Great Ones. So we have that broadcast channel, the Great Ones, where I communicate with them daily, like, yo, how was your day, like that type of stuff, and like, yo, who wants lunch today, like, and I'll shoot somebody some lunch. So like, Instagram, but don't just come for the free lunch though.
I know that's right.
Come and enjoy it. Right. So we appreciate you coming in, and you are part of the family, one of the cousins of the siblings. Sure. And as soon as we get the music, we're putting it out. So make sure you tune in on www.tdsradio.com so that you can hear it. Our app. Do with our app. Just know. Right. Okay, I'm sorry. Right. Just know we need that app done. Okay, I'm sorry. Where's that app, my guy? Let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't. I'll leave it alone. But
it might take longer now.
Yeah, right? So everybody who's out there, please make sure you like, share everything that you heard. Tune in later to hear this again on the replay. You can go to tdsradio.com, and you can go to YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Look for the reels, and God willing, we will be back tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So
because I'm gonna watch Beetlejuice because my heart's broken now.
Beetlejuice sucked. It did, yo. Like,
I was looking forward to
if you love the classic and you love the cartoon, which we grew up on, when you watch this, you're gonna be like,
my favorite.
Y'all tried to do way too much. So you tried to appease the old crowd that loves Beetlejuice, but then tried to add the new stuff. But the new stuff doesn't make sense.
Right.
We didn't know any of this stuff. So it's like, what?
But how do you feel? Maybe like the younger generation that never saw the older one. Do you think they would like it? Maybe.
So I think they may, but they're going to be confused because then, like, you know, like for example, like daylight coming, they want to go home. Like, why would you sing that at a funeral? Like that's me just giving y'all something. Like,
okay.
So we know that's the song
Yeah.
for Beetlejuice. But then somebody might be like, why are they singing that at a funeral?
Right.
You know why they got rid of the dad, right?
I thought he died in real life.
No.
Oh no, what happened?
No. He is a sexual predator.
Oh.
Thank you for watching TDS Radio. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll be here once again. Thank you for coming out and peace.
Bye, cousins.
Yeah, bye, cousins.